And now, welcome to 7 Questions with Emmy.
Brought to you by Timberline Home, whose showroom in Idaho Falls is waiting for you to explore. Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. I'm Emmy Eaton, and my guest today played Almanzo Wilder in the smash hit drama Little House on the Prairie. Dean Butler has also performed in multiple other TV series, movies, and on Broadway. Plus, he's an accomplished director and producer. Dean, it's so good to talk to you today.
Well, Emmy, you are quite a force. So it's good talking to you too.
Okay, for the viewers, if you're like, it's Almanzo or Almanzo, it's kind of both, honestly. Do you want to tell?
It is.
Yeah.
I can tell you about that. So on television, and I can't explain how we mispronounced the name, but we did say Almanzo, but I listened to a recording of the real Laura Ingalls Wilder that was made in the 1940s, I'm thinking, based on the way she sounded. And she very clearly talked about Almanzo as the man of the house. So when Laura says it's Almanzo, it's Almanzo. But if Michael Landon says it's Almanzo, it's Almanzo. I mean, you tell me.
Either way.
Either way.
And then you can't say you pronounced it or got the name wrong.
Yeah, it's true. There is no, yes. It's sort of potato, tomato, Almanzo, as Cole might have said.
How did you get your role on Little House on the Prairie?
I got my role on Little House on the Prairie after a series of auditions. There were 4 separate auditions, and the last audition was with the very talented Michael Landon. And I read for him, and he basically offered me the part in the room, but it took another 2 weeks to get a formal offer. I got really nervous.
Yeah. You're like, did I actually get it? Or that's how I feel when the cast list comes out and they because I do theater, I do plays. And so when they ask me, will you read for this part? And they do it a bunch of times, and then the cast list comes out and or I'm waiting for hours and I'm like, did I actually get this part? Did I not? And then either you get it or but I don't know. Yeah.
No, you're right about that, Emmy. It's either you get it or you don't. And it feels very personal at that moment, but it's generally not really personal. It's so many other things besides just whether they want to hire you. But it definitely feels good when they say they want to hire you, and it doesn't feel good when they say they don't.
Yeah. You have been involved in a lot of show business projects. Do you have a favorite?
Well, I mean, we're here talking about Little House on the Prairie. We start talking about Almanzo right up front. Little House on the Prairie has been the most important entertainment project I've ever been involved with. And it's very special because here we are, Emmy, celebrating 50 years of Little House this year. Mm-hmm. So it started in 1974. Here we are in 2024. People are still watching Little House, loving Little House all over the world. There's nothing else in my career that's like that. And so I am very grateful for Little House and very proud to have been a part of it.
This year is the 50th anniversary of Little House on the Prairie. Do you have a favorite memory from working on it?
I tell people that my favorite memory is just the honor of having been there from beginning to end, but that first day is always very special. I mean, that I'll never forget the first day. But overall, the honor of being a part of it from the time I began till the time I finished, when the show finished, it's overall among the most special memories of my life.
What would be your dream job, in a show, whatever, what would be your dream show to be in or movie or whatever? And who would your dream person to act with?
Oh boy, what would be my dream job? The the show that I fell in love with, and it was not a television show, it was a musical. The musical I fell in love with when I was a young man watching it was My Fair Lady, which starred the great Rex Harrison and Julie Andrews in the original Broadway production, which happened in 1956. If I could do that show again, and I did do it when I was a college student, so I was probably 19 or 20 when I did it. I was way too young to do it then, but I got to play Henry Higgins all those years ago. I would love to play Henry Higgins again. Now, who would I want to play that with? There are so many great actresses around. It's very hard to know which one I would choose. Are you going to make me pick somebody?
Only if you want to pick somebody. I won't make you, but
Aren't you tactful, Emmy? Wow. I worked with a wonderful actress years ago on Broadway in Into the Woods. Sadly, she is no longer with us. She passed away some years ago, very young, but her name was Marin Mazzie. And Marin Mazzie was a powerhouse of an actress and singer. And it would have been wonderful to do My Fair Lady with Marin Mazzie.
I live in Idaho and we are known for our potatoes. Have you ever been to Idaho and what's your favorite way to eat a potato?
Well, I have been to Idaho. No, I haven't been there a lot. Was in Boise years ago. I thought it was just beautiful. I don't know that there's a bad way to eat a potato.
Yeah, they're all good.
I think there's so many great ways to eat a potato. I love baked potatoes, fried potatoes, mashed potatoes, scallop potatoes, fried potatoes. I like hash
Baked
browns.
potatoes.
Baked potatoes. I mean,
Tater tots.
tater tots. Have you ever had cheese-filled tater tots?
No.
The best. If you have a tater tot injected with mozzarella cheese or cheddar cheese, that is an amazing experience. I love potatoes of all kinds. There's no bad way to have a potato.
Yeah, they're all so good.
Yeah.
My little 5-year-old brother, we live in Idaho. He's allergic to potatoes. Like it's his worst allergy.
How can that be? That's just not fair in a state like Idaho.
He always gets seasonal allergies and everything. But like we found out when he was 3, he had a French fry and then he like started blowing up. But it's so sad because we live in Idaho and he can't have potatoes.
I know. Well, what can he have? Can he have squash? Can he have, there's some great substitutes for potatoes, but boy, that's sad that he can't have potatoes.
Yeah, he can't have nuts or potatoes or eggs, straight eggs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry for your brother. He's missing out, but he can have other yummy things that are satisfying. So that's good.
What makes a good actor?
I think great actors, the best actors are people who are present to whatever is happening around them. So whatever happens, you are taking it in, responding to it honestly, with a sense of vulnerability about you. You want to really see and hear what's happening with the other actors and the circumstance you're playing. But I think really for you, Emmy, at this stage of the game, what's most important for you, and I think you probably passed this test with flying colors, you want to have fun doing what you're doing. And I feel like you probably have fun doing everything you do.
Yeah. Can you share a piece of advice with me?
Always try be yourself and be honest with people. Now, being honest is a tricky thing because there are times when being honest can be hurtful, but I think more often than not, being honest and tactful, honest and kind is a really good quality to have, Emmy. Yeah. Be honest and kind. You will go a long way if you are honest and kind with other people.
Thank you so much for talking with me.
Emmy, you are a force. I spoke to my friend Allison Arngrim, who I worked with on Little House, and she told me that she had a wonderful conversation with you, that you were a lot of fun. And she was right. You are a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're so welcome, Emmy.
Hey, well, you can tell all your other actor or Little House on the Prairie friends if they want to do an interview with me, just email us. We'll be happy to.
Okay, Emmy. Well, thank you so much for including me in 7 questions with Emmy. You do a really good job.
Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye. 7 Questions with Emmy, brought to you by Timberline Hope, whose showroom in Idaho Falls is waiting for you to explore.